Hey everyone, this is a gold farming guide for Razorfen Downs, and I'm just going to do a quick run of how I do it and how I make gold. I think any class can do this. Right now I'm on Druid, obviously, but I used to do this a lot on my Hunter. I know Warriors can do it, Rogues can do it. Honestly, I would guess every single class can do it. Obviously it's easier as Druid or Rogue or Hunter because you can skip stuff. You know, Hunters can feign death, Druids and Rogues can stealth, but you can actually skip all these packs just by sneaking by the walls, but sometimes you might aggro one because they'll roam a little bit. But the first thing you're going to do here is come down over here. You're going to wait in this cubby. This is the best place to fight Glutton, so you don't aggro this pack over here as well. And then we're just going to kill him. He's pretty easy. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage. And we'll see what we get. But yeah, this is a good gold farm. Now there's a few things you can do here. You could just kill everything for the loot and vendor it all. That would certainly work. Now, what you want to do to maximize gold here is you want enchanting. Doesn't matter, you could be enchanting level 1, because that will enable you to disenchant items. And the reason why that's so good is because all the blues that drop in here, they all disenchant into small radiant shards, which on my servers you can see are worth about 3 gold. Now small radiant shards, they always hold their value because they're used in fiery weapon and minor speed to boots, which are just 2 enchants that are always in super high demand, even though the material for it is pretty low level comparatively. So yeah, we're hoping for blues. We're going to disenchant, get some shards. In addition to that, if you have herbalism, enchanting herbalism is how you maximize your gold from this dungeon because of grave moss. So we got the cleaver there. There's a lot of grave moss that spawns in here. There's also gold thorn. So you could see a stack of grave moss on my server is worth almost 10 gold. So about 50 silver a piece, which is kind of surprising because grave moss is really used in the final phase when Nax comes out and you get greater shadow protection potions. And that's when grave moss and fade leaf skyrocket in price because everyone needs those to clear Nax. But I'm honestly surprised that grave moss is this expensive right now. So I kind of have to recommend that if you're doing this, get herbalism and get high enough to get grave moss, which isn't very high. It's like a mid-level herb, but either way, no professions or enchanting herbalism, you're still going to be making gold from here. But we got Glutton's Cleaver. Make sure to be checking in these cubbies too, because chests can spawn. There's also a rare spawn, Raggle Snout, that can spawn. I actually just killed him in my last run and got Excalibur. Vendors for 2 gold, so that's locked. I can't open that. Another reason why it would be nice to be a rogue here. You can open all the locked chests. But we're just working our way around to the top where we're going to kill the boss. And the boss can actually drop 2 blues from Amninar up here, which hopefully we'll get that so I can show you. But he'll drop at least 1 blue every time. He has green gloves that he drops quite a bit. We can actually snag this gold thorn without aggroing this pack as well. And any chest? Nope, no chest in there. We'll also get this grave moss. So yeah, a stack of gold thorn. Yeah, gold thorn's only worth about 10 silver each, so 2 gold a stack. Grave moss about 50 silver each, 10 gold a stack, which, like I said, that's really high. I don't think grave moss should be that high this early on in the server's lifetime. But here's Amninar, so we're just gonna open up in cap form, just get some damage on him. Doesn't really matter. The scary thing is the ads that he summons. Oh, he actually hit me with a frost over there. Usually I resist like everything he does. But the only thing you really need to worry about is the ads. You don't attack them, you just want to tank them. So you want to kill the boss as quickly as possible, because he's going to spawn even more ads soon. I hear my cat meowing. You see him down there? See him? No, he's moving. You can see him down there though. Okay, sorry, I need to focus a little bit on killing the boss. But yeah, as you can see, pretty easy. My gear's, it's like dungeon gear. This is not pre-raid bis, but pre-raid gear. None of this is from raids. So you really don't have to worry about gear. You can do this pretty easily. I mean, hell, I used half my HP there, so it really wasn't close. You could be a fresh 60 wearing green, so you can probably do this whole thing pretty easily, although it'll obviously depend on your class. But okay, we got the helmet and a random green. So we got 1 blue from him. Below average, but get that rat. You can sneak past these guys if you run up on the wall. I mean, like I said, you can sneak past pretty much everything, even without stealth. But sometimes they'll patrol, like, not patrol, but they'll kind of wander. You know how mobs will do that? They'll wander a little bit in their designated spot. So sometimes you have to wait for them to wander away from the wall a little bit. But this is the last boss we're going to do in these runs. So this is probably the hardest boss for most classes, especially ones that don't have AoE. I have Ramstein's lightning bolts, which makes this super easy, but I'm just going to showcase how I do it without it. I don't even use Hurricane. I'm just going to basically swipe all these skeletons to death. So they're the things that are going to hurt you. You're just going to resist like 90% of his spells anyway. So we're just going to kill these skeletons first. Just literally just spamming swipe. Nothing complicated. Pretty much every class will have some way of dealing with these guys. And if you somehow don't, you know, maybe you're engineer, you can throw a grenade, maybe you have a lightning bolt, who knows? There's a bunch of ways you can deal with them. But I just swipe them to death. And then this is the last boss. We're going to kill Mordesh Fire Eye. And he will always drop 1 blue, guaranteed. So that's 1 small radiant shard every kill. And this is also, again, herbalism's great because there's, look, 2 grave moss always spawn right here. And then a 3rd one spawns over there. And then I think I got 1 or 2 running up the spiral in the middle. So, like, yeah, you get a lot of grave moss in here. And a little bit of gold thorn, too. So that's why I say herbalism enchanting, if you can, do that. You'll make a lot of gold here. So there's a couple grave moss. The grave moss. And once we get out of here, I'll do some averaging on how much gold you can expect per run. And yeah, a chest can spawn down there, so make sure to look there. Another chest can spawn up here. It didn't, so I'm guessing that means the chest is going to spawn further down. There's 1 more grave moss over here, so we're going to grab this before we work our way out. And that's it. It's as simple as that. Like I said, not very hard. Compared to other gold farms, this is very easy because it's kind of a mid-level dungeon that you can solo. And like I said, as long as you have enchanting, you'll get a lot of these shards. I sell like 10 to 20 a day I've been selling lately because I kind of stockpiled them and I've been posting them on the auction house lately because the price went up to 3 gold. Hell, it went up to 4 gold for a while, so I'm curious. Leave in the comment how much they're worth on your server. I would guess they usually have around 4 gold, but obviously this gold per hour from here will depend entirely on how much a small radiant shard is worth. And the last chest, yep, it's right there, but it's locked. So we're actually just going to sprint out here. So you can aggro all this shit, doesn't matter. They can't daze you at this low level in dungeons. So you don't have to worry about that. So I'm just running out. I'm going bear form for the rest of the way. Not that I need it. Not that I've really taken any damage, but yeah, so we got 1 blue, 2 blues, and then the cleaver and a green. So we only got 2 blues. You can expect on average 2.5 blues per run. That's not including the rare spawn. So I guess it's probably closer to 2.7 blues per run. We got 2. I have some others from previous runs. But yeah, so we're going to disenchant these blues, get some small radiant shards. But yeah, you can see how this would be a really profitable way to make gold. So that run I got, let's see, how much did I make in that singular run? I got 2 blues, so that's 2 small radiants. 5, 8. That was from the previous run. 9 gold, 9 grave moss. I don't really care about the gold thorn, but this is like the bare minimum you can expect per run. This was not a good run. This was actually pretty poor. Because like I said, I could have got more blues. But bare minimum, it's about 10 gold. And that's not including the trash drops or anything else, or the cleaver that I would sell for a gold 20. So let's include the cleaver as well. Bare minimum, like 11 gold, 30 silver, 20 silver. So, you know, you do 5 of these runs in an hour, so that's at least about 50 gold an hour. On average, you're probably going to be making closer to like 70 gold an hour, which is great. If you don't have enchanting, you're probably going to be making about 20, 30 gold an hour. And, yeah. So I highly recommend you do this if you have enchanting, and if you have herbalism, even better. Really good gold farm. Highly recommend it. Again, my gear's actually okay. Like, I bought this ring because I made a lot of gold doing this, so I bought this gear. But again, you could do this. Like, you could tell I wasn't even close to dying on any of the boss fights. You could do this in greens, and I did do it in greens when I freshly leveled. But yeah, let me know how much these shards are worth on your server. If this is a good gold farm for you and you want to try in a different class, please try it. It is a great, very easy way to make gold that I highly recommend. So do this, get your epic mount, get whatever you need. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, subscribe. I'm a new channel, so subscriptions go a long way. Like if you liked it. And yeah, thanks again for watching. Peace.